Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to more Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2016 coverage with me, Sonic Yoda from SEGADriven. In this episode we're looking at Sonic Hero Warriors by Hammershot Games, and this is weird. So, for whatever reason, Hammershot Games have decided that just platforming and going fast is not good enough for Sonic. He needs to be able to attack things as well. So, we've got a sort of we can attack, just sort of punching things, and you can combo and stuff. You can change characters to either Tails or Knuckles, and they also have their own sort of combos and special abilities. So everybody's got a second ability. Sonic's got like this double jump thing, Tails can fly, and Knuckles can glide, but he can also use like a sort of zip lines. There you go, that's the word I'm looking for. God, useless with my head today. You can tell it's late, can't you? And yeah, it all feels a bit janky. It's got to be said. That like the running and jumping and stuff is fine, but then things will happen where you just sort of like clip into walls and then like dash up them for some reason, but no, with Sonic, or they just the zipline thing with Knuckles feels really weird. It just doesn't feel natural, this game. It's really strange. It also doesn't look particularly nice either. So they've got the custom artwork, and they've got these lanky looking Sonic sprites, and yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It doesn't look very nice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whoever's drawn that, but it's a little bit harsh on the eyes. I really just yeah, it doesn't look natural, I'm afraid. And yeah, it does get some getting used to with a lot of these controls. There's some weird things like swinging off these pipes and stuff. And the absolute offending element, which I absolutely despise, is there's lots of walls that you have to punch repeatedly to break. And it's tedious. It's so boring. There's so many of them. And all you're just smashing the buttons, and then sometimes the wall will go red for some reason, and then you can't hit it. It's just... Why have that? Surely anybody testing this would have been like, do you know what, like, this is really boring, it's not that fun to do, like, maybe we should just ignore that, maybe we shouldn't have that in the game whatsoever. But, you know, obviously someone liked it because it's still here. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that. I actually really just ran out of patience with a lot of the second stage, because it gets to a point where there's so many of those walls you have to break that I was like, all I'm doing is tapping a button and waiting for things to explode. Like, this is not an enjoyable game. There's no sort of like, there's no platforming, there's no reward for good platforming, there's no speed. It's all just jumping and punching things and waiting for them to explode. And in one instance, there's one wall where when you break it, it reveals another sort of like point that you can attack. But it was taking ages. I was like, why isn't this breaking? I can hear that it's making the noise that I'm attacking it, but it's not breaking. Why won't it break? Why won't it break? And what you have to do is, whilst you're punching, you build up a team blast attack. And once the gauge was full, I could then break the wall behind the wall I broke before. Oh, it's just bad game design. It's not fun. It's really not nice to look at. It's got problems, this. I mean, like, it's not particularly glitchy, or it doesn't feel particularly wrong to play. There's older fan games where they've got lots of problems with it's like sticking to surfaces and that you don't run up the slopes correctly, and this has none of that. Like, you interact with the environment in the way you should. It's just, it feels so janky and off. It's like the moveset they've given the characters just doesn't work for this type of game, and they've only done so much with the graphics as well. Like, the sprites are custom, but then the badniks aren't. Most of the level seems to be pieced together from existing Sonic artwork from different 16-bit games, or just different games entirely. It's not a nice game, guys. I can't really recommend Sonic Hero Warriors. It really needs to rethink what it wants to be before it can even be considered a fun, enjoyable experience, because it ain't at the moment.